Sunflower gang. So I just want to have a sit and chat with you guys. And today we gonna be talking about sickle cell, because I've been doing my little research, and it's a lot of new things that I'm seeing that's going on now in the medicine world, and it's some stuff that I don't like how this new thing going around with pain medicine. Like, I have a few articles that I'm gonna read to you guys about sickle cell and basically what's going on, because it's a lot of stuff that I don't like. And I'm gonna read it to you guys, and I'm gonna tell you my opinion on it, especially me being a person that actually have sickle cell disease, and how it is a struggle. Every time we go into the hospital, it's always something. So I have this article here. It says, effort to control opioids in an ER leaves some sickle cell patients in pain. So we're going to read this article here. And I'm going to give y'all my opinion about it. Okay, it says, India Hardy has lived with pain since she was a toddler. From dull, persistent aches to acute flare-ups that interrupt the flow of her normal life. The pain is from sickle cell disease, a group of genetic conditions that affect about 100,000 people in the U.S. Many of them are African American or Hispanic descent. Sitting in the afternoon heat on her mom's porch in Athens, Georgia, Hardy remembers how a recent crisis, I can't read today, derailed her normal morning routine. It was time for my daughter to get on the bus, and she's too young to go on her own, Hardy recalls. I was in so much pain I couldn't walk, so I missed school that day. Sickle cell disease affects red blood cells, which travel throughout the body carrying oxygen to tissues. Healthy red blood cells are shaped like plump and flexible donuts, but in the people with sickle cell disease, the red blood cells are deformed, making C-shaped sickles that are rigid and sticky. These sickle-shaped cells can cause blockage in the blood vessels, slowing or even stopping normal blood flow. An episode of blockage is known as sickle cell crisis. Tissues and organs can be damaged because of lack of oxygen, and the patient experiences severe spells of pain. Yes, y'all, I'm telling y'all, that pain is terrible. I don't care how much people say, oh, it can be worse than labor pain. It's worse than labor pains. I'm going to tell you exactly what it feels like. For me, when I have my flare-ups are always in my back, in my knees, and in the shin area of my leg. I'm just now developing new pain that's in my thigh and in my arms. Whenever I have a pain crisis, it's so bad. Like, anything can trigger it. Like, I'm sorry to be nasty, but when whenever I used to have menstrual pains, that will cause my sickle cell to flare up, because it's bad. Like, I already have back pain from sickle cell, but when I have menstrual pain, it's in my back. It make my knees weak, everything. Like, I can't move. And when I have these flare-ups, it feels like I'm laying on a bed of needles and a big old elephant is stepping on me, making me dig deep into these nails. Like, it's bad. It's just that bad. Like, I wouldn't wish this on nobody. Like, that pain is so terrible. I can't, like, it breaks you down into tears. Like, it's just that bad. Like, people be looking at me like, how can you deal with that? And they be like, why you not crying? Like, I'm used to it. Sometimes I have my days where I do cry about it, because it be just that bad, but I'm used to it. Like, I can take pain. I can deal with pain. Like, it's not, I wouldn't say it's not bad for me, but it's bad, but I'm just immune to the pain, basically. But anyways, let me finish reading this. The person put in quote, it's like torture. It definitely is. It's like somebody is torturing your body. Like, I can honestly agree with that. Okay. It said, Hardy tries to manage these crises on her own. She'll take a hot bath or apply heating pads to try to increase her blood flow. Definitely. Hardy also has a variety of pain medications she can take at home. Yes, they put you on a lot of medicine to try to help, like, decrease hospital visits. It's not so much the pain. They don't never try to say, well, what can we do for the pain? They always try to make it like to where we don't have to go to the hospital as much. But I believe all of that is bullcrap. Like, to be honest, I myself am on this medicine called hydroxyurea that I take every day. I have to be on birth control. I have to take it every day. I have to be on folic acid and take vitamins, all with this medicine. And I still go to the hospital. It's not like it's helping the pain. It helps us not to go to the hospital. Like, I don't need that. I need it to help the pain. Let me manage the pain at home. Like, I don't need something that's gonna not make me go to the hospital. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. And to be honest, I don't understand why I'm on it. But I can say I don't really go to the hospital as much. Before, when I was a kid, up until, like, I would say, because I'm in my 20s, so I would say my early 20s, like 21, 22, from a kid all the way till, I would say, up until 22, I used to go to the hospital 6 times out the year. That's a lot. That's a lot for that medicine to be working. Like, it's supposed to help you not go to the hospital. So I could say now, it took a while. I don't go to the hospital as much. I say I go to the hospital now probably 3 or 4 times out the year. Still kind of a lot, but it's better than going 6 times out the year. It's a new year, 2020. I haven't been yet. Let's pray that I don't go to this hospital this year. If I do, let's pray that it's like about 2 times. I'm trying to get it down to like 2 times. But anyways, Where was I? Oh, when she has exhausted all those options, she needs more medical help, which is true, because once we done took all the medicine, done what all we could at home, we feel like we left with no choice but to go to the hospital. And then when we go to the hospital, they give us the same medicine that we was just taking at home. So really, we're not getting no relief at all. And then when you do ask for stronger medicine like Dilaudid, morphine, I don't know, whatever other medicine that's higher than Percocet, is they look at us like we're crackheads. Like we asking like for too much to get a little relief. Like seriously, you guys. I promise. Next, I hope I don't go to the hospital. But the next time, if I ever do go to the hospital, I am going to record everything. I was supposed to do that last hospital visit, but I didn't get a chance to do it. But I'm going to try to do that for you guys so I can show you their reactions and what do they say to me every time you ask for IV medicine, basically. IV medicine, which is like the morphine and Dilaudid and all that other stuff. Like, they will look at you like you a crackhead out on the street and like you're not even really in pain. Like, seriously. That's so degrading and it's offensive, and I don't like it. I hate when they do that, because that really makes me angry, because they really don't know how much pain that I truly be in. Like, it's too much. I can't deal with stuff like that. But anyway, Hardy would prefer to go to a specialized clinic for sickle cell patients, but the closest is almost 2 hours away and she doesn't have a car. So Hardy often goes to the emergency room at nearby St. Mary's Hospital for relief. Until recently, the doctors there would give her injections of the opioid hydromorphone. I don't know what that is. Which she says would stop her pain. Then some months ago, the emergency room changed the process. Now they will actually put that shot in a bag, which is full of fluids. So it's like you're getting small drips of pain medicine, Hardy says. It's like torture. Now, see, that I haven't heard of. They haven't done that here yet in Florida. But the day that they do, oh, child, I'm sorry. If they have started this in Florida, I haven't heard of it yet. Like, it hasn't hit Jacksonville yet, because I'm telling you, if they try me with that, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm just going to have to go off on them. I already got banned from one hospital. I can't go back there anymore. But I'm telling you that if they try me on some F-wordness with that, oh, I'm going off, because I don't got time for all of that, child. Okay. It's the same for her brother Rico, who also has sickle. Oh, that's so sad that their mom has 2 children with sickle cell disease. My mom would have had 2 children with the full-blown disease. It's me and my older sister. My sister that's older than me, but in between of my oldest sister. So it was 3 of us with sickle cell disease, but my oldest sister, she only has the trait. But the one that was before me, me and her both had the disease, and she passed away from it. She was 2 years old and she passed away from sickle cell disease. Rest in peace to my sister. I really love her, and I wish I would have met her. But yeah, it's who also has sickle cell disease and has sought treatment at St. Mary's. The dilaudid medicine doesn't give the same pain relief as a direct injection, they say. It says striking a balance. St. Mary's staffers explain that they're trying to strike a balance with their new treatment protocol between adequate pain treatment and the risk that opioid use can lead to drug dependence. Well then, what are we supposed to do for people who like really are in pain, like for real deal have pain, chronic pain? What are we supposed to do? I mean, yeah, they write about the dependence, because me myself, I cannot take Loratab pills. I can't take that anymore because that does nothing. I mean, absolutely nothing for me. Morphine as well. That does nothing. It doesn't hit not one lick of pain spot that's in me. And they steady giving me that crap of a medicine. Like, that's too much. Like, y'all need to figure out something. Like, seriously, because this is so annoying. If I promise you, if people were in our shoes and to feel that pain, I bet you everybody gonna be screaming and crying for help. I promise you, because that's what it feels like. You gonna be screaming and hollering for help, because that pain is nothing to be played with at all. But what are we supposed to do? What can we do at home besides take medicine? What can we do? We have to depend on that medicine, because nothing else is going to help it. Like, anything can trigger it. Right now, it's freezing. Well, us Floridians, we say it's freezing, but everywhere else, it really do be freezing. Right now, it's freezing cold in Jacksonville, Florida. That is triggering my sickle cell right at the moment. My legs and my knees and my back is killing me right now. It's killing me. But you know, I haven't even took my medicine because I've been sitting on my heating pad all day, rotating it from the back, the knees, the leg. I've been rotating. I just need a whole blanket at this point. But I'm just saying, like, what can we do? Oh, excuse me. Okay, it says it's a local change that reflects a national concern. The U.S. is in the midst of addiction and drug overdose crisis. What does that even mean? Like, that's not our fault. Y'all the one that put us on this medicine, so y'all the one introduced us to this medicine. So what is we supposed to do? What is we really supposed to do about that? Like, now all of a sudden you give us the medicine, and then now all of a sudden you don't want us to take the medicine. Like, which one is it? Y'all still gonna give us the medicine at the end of the day, so it doesn't even matter. Y'all want us to die. Y'all want us to die from this type of pain. Like, I promise you, I don't wish this on nobody, but I wish the world can see how this disease really affects people. Like, this pain is not nothing to deal with. I'm telling you. Yes, I can handle it, but when I start losing my cool at home, my sisters have to make me go to the hospital, because I will sit there in pain and don't say nothing. I will sit there and die before I go to the hospital, and that's just straight facts. Like, I can call my sisters them right now, and they can tell y'all how I will sit there for weeks. I will sit there until they be like, nah, you need to go to the hospital, bro. You ain't finna die. Like, they will really make me go to the hospital. And I'll be like, bro, I don't want to be there. I don't want to be there. I'd rather sit at home and die than for them to kill me. Like, I just can't do it. I can't do it. Like, that's too much. So anyways, the crisis has made medical providers more aware of the risk and of administrating these drugs. More than 47,000 Americans died in 2017 from an overdose involving an opioid, according to the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention. What does that got to do with us? If you're talking about people that's outside of chronic pain, that don't have no pain, and they just going just to go and get this medicine, then they're not part of the population that is really hurting. Let's be for real. How many of them people is really that's going through pain, like seriously severe pain? Like, come on now, it can't be that many people now. Y'all gotta be lying, because people who do got pain, they don't want to take the medicine because it's not helping anyway. So you can't be talking about the people like me. You can't be. And that's what makes me mad. Because y'all sit up here and I know y'all can't refuse anybody medical help. That's the law. But you cannot be talking about the people who have chronic pain. You can't be, because we don't even take it half of the time. I bet you, if I walk on these streets right now and figure out who really has chronic pain, I bet you they gonna say they don't take that medicine because it don't work. So they gotta be talking about somebody else, because it can't be the people who really be in pain. That has prompted some emergency room leaders to rethink how they administer opioid medications, including how they treat people such as Hardy, who suffers from episodes of severe pain. We have given sickle cell patients a pass. A pass? What do you mean a pass? A pass with the notion that they don't get addicted, which is completely false, says Dr. Troy Johnson. Let me tell you something, Dr. Troy Johnson. That gotta be lies, because like I just said, people who have real deal pain and have been taking medicine for a long time, their body done got immune to that medicine by now. They not taking it no more. We finding other things to make us feel better. Like me, I smoke weed. That's what I do. When the medicine's not working, I will smoke weed. And guess what? I be calm, cool, relaxed. I don't even think about the pain no more. The pain goes away. I don't feel it. But when I take that medicine, you have to sit up there and wait for it to work. And then if it don't work, then you got to go to the hospital. Guess what? They're going to give you the same medicine that you have at home. Like, what is the point? Dr. Troy, I'm going to need you to get your facts straight, because that's not the case. I'm telling you right now. The people who have died from these opioid medicines, them is crackheads. That's why. They are crackheads. Them the ones that are dying. Because it's not the people that's in pain. This makes me so upset, because They be really thinking that they know something and they really don't. Like, no, you don't know. Y'all people be so smart that you're so dumb. And I hate it. Like, I don't understand stupid at all. Like, you don't even know what kind of shit that we go through. Excuse my language, but this is really making me mad. It's pissing my soul off because people really think that they know something and they really don't. Dr. Troy Johnson, who works in the emergency room at St. Mary's, for us to not address the addiction is doing them a disservice. Shut up. Johnson proposed the ER shift to he making me mad, y'all. If y'all really read this article, he's really making me mad because they really think that they know something. He wants to shift to I'm sorry, y'all. I can't read. Like, I'm really in pain right now and I'm trying to ignore it. And it's not doing it. He really wants the shift his staff to do the drip delivery. That's what it's called, drip delivery. The fuck is that? Of opioids for chronic pain patients. Because of personal experience, his son has now your son got sickle cell disease. And he says he has seen firsthand how people with the disease are exposed to opioids when very young. Now, you're right about that. I have been taking Lortabs and morphine since I was a kid. I'm talking about little 7, 8-year-old. I'm taking drugs at a young age because that's the only thing that's going to help me not be in pain. But our body gets immune to that really fast because we're in pain a lot. It's not our fault. We can't help that. Like I said, y'all the one that introduced us to it. Now all of a sudden you don't want us to take it. What sense does that make? Come up with a different reason or a different way to handle sickle cell pain, chronic pain, any chronic pain. Like, why you can't do that? Okay, he says we start creating people with addiction problems at a very early age in sickle cell disease, Johnson says. He brought his concerns to the director of the ER, Dr. Louis Ernest, and found support for the change. Hospital officials say they also consulted national guidelines for treating sickle cell crisis. We're trying to alleviate suffering, but we're also trying not to create addiction, and so we're trying to find that balance, Ernest says. Sometimes it's harder than others. St. Mary's says that the new IV drip protocol is for all patients who come to the emergency room frequently for pain, and most of their sickle cell patients are fine with the change. So is it working for you guys? For those who have sickle cell disease or even chronic pain, period, if your hospital has tried this IV drip, I want you guys to comment down below because I want to know if this is really working. And I don't mean for the moment. I want it to work every time we come to that hospital. Comment down below. Once this video is put up, I want y'all to comment down below. If you have experienced this IV drip, I want you to comment down below. Okay, it says, caught in the crossfire. The national guidelines cited by St. Mary's also say doctors should reassess patient pain frequently and adjust levels of opioids as needed until pain is under control, per patient report. Some people who work closely with sickle cell patients, upon hearing about the new approach to pain medicine at St. Mary's, called it unusual. You think? It says, when individuals living with sickle cell disease go to emergency departments, they are living in extreme amounts of pain, says Dr. Bree Adamariam, Chief Medical Officer of the Sickle Cell Disease Association of America. It's more common for ERs to give those patients direct pushes of pain medication via injection. She notes, not slower IV drips. People with sickle cell disease aren't fueling the opioid problem. I don't know what this lady last name is, but I'm going to call her Dr. A. One study published in 2018 found that opioid use has remained stable among sickle cell patients over time, even as opioid use has risen in, what? That don't make sense, in the U.S. generally. See, it's not our problem. It's not us. It's the people who wants that kind of medicine and wants to take that kind of medicine. Like, who wants to be drugged up all the time? Like, that is not even cute. If anything, individuals with sickle cell disease in our country have really been caught in the crossfire when it comes to this opioid epidemic, Dr. A says. She thinks ER doctors and nurses need more education. Please say it again for the people in the bike that don't even know how to listen or even got some ears. Okay? Let me read that again. She thinks ER doctors and nurses need more education on how to care for people with sickle cell disease. Please say it one more time, doctor. Because they don't know nothing. Like I just said, they so smart but so dumb at the same time. How can you tell somebody else what type of pain they is feeling? Baby doll, you cannot tell nobody what they are feeling in their body, okay? You can't tell them that. You ain't the one that's feeling the pain. We are. We feel that all the time. Y'all don't feel nothing. Y'all just sit up there and look sorry for us. Like, no, we don't need your pity. We need you to help me. Nigga. I'm sorry to say that, but help me. Like, don't nobody want to feel like they is in pain all the dang on time. Like, that is exhausting. Like, come on. It's not us that's doing the overdose. It's them regular deglers that don't even have pain. Like, come on. Where was I? Especially during the painful crisis episode which lead to death. It's marked here in blue, people, which lead to death. So that means when we don't have no medicine and we sit there in pain, we can die because there's no oxygen flowing through our body because the sickle cells are blocking the airways that's in the bloodstream. They don't get that though. They so smart but so dumb. When you don't have no oxygen, what do, people? Say it with me, choir. You die. So what in the actual flagnog are y'all gonna do about that? Oh, they supposed to be doing the IV drip. I guess that's gonna be the problem to our solution, the IV drip. What the flagnog is that? Tell me, what is that? What is that gonna do? Nothing. Anyways, a study of some 16,000 deaths from 1979 to 2005 related to sickle cell found that men in the group only lived to be 33 on average. We don't even live long. Do y'all know how many times I was supposed to die? I wasn't supposed to live past the age of 5. I wasn't supposed to live past the age of 13. Past the age of 18. I wasn't going to see 21. Like, you see this? This is serious. This disease is really, really serious. And people don't know how serious that is. Like, your immune system be weak. You get sick from anything. I mean, anything. Like, you die from this disease. You die. But people don't get that. We could probably die from catching a cold from somebody and the blood cells sickle and we die. We could die from anything. Our organs fail. We lose our eyesight. Everything shuts down. Like, I just don't know what to say. Women didn't fare much better, living to an average age of 37. The same study suggested that a lack of access to quality care is a factor in the short lifespans of people with sickle cell disease. Researchers who study sickle cell say that opioid epidemic has made it harder for patients with the condition to get pain medication they need. Yes. The American College of Emergency Physicians is focusing on the problem, asking federal health officials to speak out about sickle cell pain and fund research on how to treat it with opioids. We in the physician community are looking for ways to make sure they get adequate pain relief, says Dr. John Mark Hirschon, vice president of the group. We recognize that the process is not perfect, but this is what we're striving for to make a difference. Well, I hope y'all are really, really looking into this, because this is getting out of control and people are making more and more babies in this world, and they're not getting their babies tested for sickle cell. The male carries it, so that means y'all need to figure out what is your partner's background before y'all sit up there and have all these babies. I'm not telling you to stop having kids, but I'm going to need you to look out. Y'all need to know everybody's history that y'all sleep with, so we won't keep on creating these babies. Like, living with that pain is something so serious, you guys. I'm going to need y'all to please get tested. Know your history. Know everything. The world is getting crazy. But on this note, I will see y'all in part 2 of this video. Bye, Sunflower Gang.